This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element, it's evident that there's levels to the game. I'm in my element, flow is like water, I'm forced to a fire, I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth, following God, and you grinding, you do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center, word is Spike Lee. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element.
And we're back here in LaSalle, Colorado. It is absolutely beautiful. We got to be treated with a skydiver coming in during the national anthem.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Alexis Belton here with Bobby Bradley. We are about to start round 2, group 2.
Yep, JJ, the Hobe Sound winner,
Snapping Turtle.
2017 world champ. George Hegarty, Ryan Riesbeck, Scotty Perriman. We got the professional amateur, Andrew Eigner.
We do.
Home game for him, too, Denver boy. Hitting out here today. Did he compete in the amateur division yesterday?
I'm actually not sure.
Yeah, but Andrew ended up winning an amateur division event. But as we call them, the professional amateur. Seb Twiddell, the Mesquite Volume 2 winner, is in this group as well. Rob Tietmeyer, guys made the final 8 of the World Championships. Got a lot of good hitters in this group.
Good hitters. Had a great round. Actually had a playoff there on that last set.
Yep.
Getting a little bit warmer out here. We're going to see the ball fly a little bit further. So far today, the furthest drive is 450 yards. We've got a full day today, right now, starting with round 1, group 2. And then at 12:30, we will have group 3, 2:30, group 4. And last but not least, the senior division final 8 starts at 6 p.m. We will have the winner crowned today, and then tomorrow, I know it says we're starting at 8 a.m. We're actually going to push it a little bit forward to 7:30. There's some weather that might be coming in, so make sure you tune in tomorrow, 7:30 a.m.
Yeah, tournament structures changed just a little bit for tomorrow. I like it too. A little change. There's nothing wrong with a little change.
No.
Looks like there's going to be a lot of heads-up matches in the round of 16, which is nice. So
always gets the blood pumping there. Right now, we got Justin James, Andrew Eigner, Rocco Gondik, and Jeffrey Hunter.
We got JJ in slot number 1, Andrew Eigner in 2, Rocco Gondek, and then Jeffrey Hunter. JJ has looked great all year. Ended up winning in Hobe Sound, second event of our tour. You know, thanks to GF Sports and Entertainment, they acquired World Lawn Drive and the Professional Lawn Drivers Association, and providing 11 events here in North America. Martin Borgmeyer hosted an event in Germany last month. Josh Koch ended up winning that one. But slowly but surely rolling out events around the world, and they ended up starting a virtual tournament on launch monitors where guys will be able to compete globally, and that'll be a lot of fun.
Already starting off, we've got top 3 people are from all different parts of the world, as well as we've got our first female competitor on that virtual tour. It's going to be exciting. Worlds is coming up in Atlanta, Georgia, my home city. But right now, Justin James looking to find a ball. Mr. Conserve himself, call him the snapping turtle because he's slow and steady, and then he will definitely snap. Right now, the only person with a number is Jeffrey Hunter at 359.
Justin James in slot number 1. Talked about it earlier today with Martin Borgmeyer. The number 1 seeds hit in slot number 1, first set of the day, and then they have about a 20 to 25 minute break where they will hit in their second round of balls. So JJ might have to make a little bit of an adjustment, but he is the master of making adjustments. He can hit a high, low, cut, draw. I mean, he can change multiple setups as far as loft and flex in the shaft. So JJ just needs to settle in here and just put a nice little ball out and play.
Andrew Eigner put a big ball out at 423.
JJ, not sure. He took a big old deep breath there. Still don't have the top trace or the flight scope as of right now in slot number 1, so you can see spin and launch and ball flight. But
he watched it for a while, and he's still waiting for a number. We're waiting for 2 numbers by him, 2 numbers from Rocco.
Andrew Eigner with 1 out of 6 in play, but that one ball was a bomb, 423 yards. I saw a little bit guys that hit it down that left side. There was some good rollout. JJ at 435. So JJ takes down the set 435, got his 6th ball in play. That cut that was
Isaiah?
hit. No, we got to go back to the list. He ended up getting in too. Was it Fitzgerald? Fitzgerald hit a 442 bomb. He just hit a little cut down that left side and it rolled forever. Devin Fitzgerald. So he ended up getting in on that last ball. So we've seen, Martin Borgmeyer hit a high spinny ball at about 240 in the air, at 3,000 spin that carried about he went 430, and then you saw a mid cut down that left side. So it gives us a little bit of time here in the booth, probably a couple sets to kind of get an idea of what the grid's giving up right now. We have a little bit of a right to left wind. It looks like it's downwind on the tee box, and down the grid it's a little right to left.
Sloped a little bit, back to front here, so a little down slope. It's going to be a good day. I'm waiting for that 500 ball flight that we'll see here soon, hopefully.
Yeah, if there is a gust of wind, I mean, we saw 450 earlier today with not much wind. If this is straight downwind, you're going to see balls go a really, really long way.
All right, this set we've got our Mesquite Volume 2 winner and slot number 2, Seb Tweddell.
George Hegarty, Seb Tweddell, Anthony Moreno, and Patrick Raber. Patrick Raber, I feel like he's from here. I think he's from here, from Denver. So it might be a home game for him. We're gonna look at our stats
Sacramento.
here. Close enough,
Yep.
Sacramento, Denver,
Only an
There's
hour behind.
A couple vowels in there, so it's similar.
There's a C.
Yeah.
All right, Seb Tweddell got his first ball in the grid at 420.
Yep.
This is the biggest difference from him from Hope Sound to now. Really harnessing that speed. We know he's one of the fastest, if not the fastest. Learning how to harness that is huge.
So Seb set the ball speed and club speed records on TrackMan about 2 months ago.
Yeah, and that club head speed and ball speed, put those together, and that's what helps us and you at home as you're watching Flight Scope to have a guesstimate of how far they're actually hitting the ball, and to be able to compare from person to person that you're seeing on the screen of what they're able to put up.
That third ball from Seb was a good ball. 430. Oh, there we go. I like that. It was a little bit of a cut into a crosswind, but that was a nice ball. 217 ball. So he looks nice and composed right now. The Volume 2 winner in Mesquite, 22-year-old stud out of Australia.
I'm liking Anthony's outfit here. We've got purple pants with the
Yep.
blue and the
Yep.
orange.
Yep.
Styling. Still looking for a number from him and Patrick Raber. Here on the final balls.
All right, so George Hegarty in slot number 1, guy to look out for. A guy that gets hot too. He can put up some really, really big numbers and run deep in a tournament.
Without it out, ranked 14 in the world right now.
Yeah, Hegarty's a good hitter. He just improves the 407. So Seb Tweddell currently in the lead at 430. Patrick Raber without a number as of yet. 390 on his last ball, so he's got a ball in play. So it's points, 50 points for Patrick Raber. So everybody that hit is going to put some numbers on the board. Seb Tweddell at 430, George Hegarty at 407, Patrick Raber at 390, and Anthony Moreno at 290.
Cool.
Man needs no introduction, right? You are decorated in this sport.
Old man.
Do you feel like you have to keep up with the youngins? Have you changed
Yes.
any equipment? Have you changed any
I've changed my
techniques?
workout routine to, I'm doing a lot more endurance.
Okay.
Because I feel like, especially the World Championships the last couple of years, I've run out of gas. And, day 3, day 4, so I really want to throughout the year pace myself and kind of build. So I've changed the way I train is one thing.
Man himself who makes it all happen in college. Nickname was the Big Deal. Ryan Riesback here on the tee. And slot number 1.
Yeah, he's got multiple hats. A father of 5. A husband, a father. He does the lawn maintenance here. He does the
Turf farm.
I mean, whatever. You just think he does it. He does it all. So Ryan, not only is he competing, but he works the events too. So he is a master of multitasking. So this is more of probably just a relief for him, for him to come out and relax and have some fun and hit some balls.
While ranked number 11th.
Yeah, Ryan's tough. He's a tough hitter. So. And he's not too far away from being in the senior division. It's going to be like the senior division in the next 2 years is going to be awesome. I didn't even think Dobbin's got to be close too. You got Dobbin, Riesback, you got Shook. Kevin Shook's going to be coming back here soon. Riesback.
Scary.
Yeah. I always enjoyed watching the senior division. It was just guys put a bunch of balls in play. They're all they've done it for so long. They're so relaxed. They're all talking trash to each other, entertaining the crowd, and putting on a show. And like I said, we'll see the seniors here at 4:30 Central Time or Mountain Time later today. You'll have Gavin and Eddie and Robbo, who have looked good all season long. But right now there is absolutely no wind in the booth. There's no humidity either. It's crazy. I'm not used to this.
No, not at
I
all.
love it.
Absolutely beautiful. So I have a question for you. What happens if a player whiffs a ball?
Swings and misses?
Yeah.
Strike 1.
I think we just saw strike 1.
It happens. I mean.
So does it count, or are you?
I would say that was an attempt. Yeah,
okay.
I would say so. But. Yeah, I didn't see. Martin said he. I didn't even see it. Martin said he topped a couple today. I didn't see those. But yeah, I haven't ever seen a swing and a miss. So
I just saw a swing and a miss.
We're not going to say who it was from.
It happens though.
It
When you're
happens.
putting that much speed and a little movement off, it's easy to do.
Yeah, no, the worst is when it is windy and you put the ball on the tee and then you're in transition and you're ready to go full throttle, the ball falls off the tee
or
and
it's shaking.
You swing and miss.
Yep.
Oh my God, that
Tiger
doesn't feel
stop
good.
there.
That doesn't feel good. Looks like Riesback's in the lead at 396. Rob Tietmeyer just putting on a clinic. I mean, to be expected. Him and BK, Brian Kelly just hitting a bunch of balls in play. They don't ever miss the grid.
Smoothing and grooving, Ryan Riesback at 408.
Yep.
Great number there.
Tietmeyer 5 out of 6 ends up 394. Manny Samaya's at 325, and then Lance Rankin without a number on the board. Seb Twiddell, nice and in control again. First set, nice to see. And it's good to see, JJ struggled the first 5 balls and then got that last ball in. Stayed a little bunt for him, 435-yard bunt for JJ. Yep.
Scotty Pierman in this group along with Kyle Gabbard.
Yep. Scotty's due. He's I think he's going to have a really, really good tournament. So like last time it was Sean Johnson, and Sean ended up making a semifinal. I think we're going to see Scotty Pierman run deep. He hits it high. He can spin it, and plenty fast enough. He'll be a guy that you'll see, when he's dialed in, he'll be right around 215 to 217. He might even go a little bit higher than that, but I'm going to say, Scotty Pierman's my guy that's going to run deep in this tournament today, or in the next couple days.
Grid sets up perfect for him.
Yep.
But it sounded like Damon really liked his first shot, so we'll see what that finishes at. Low spin, so really curious.
Yep. Kyle Gabbard, slot 2. Damon Dooley, slot 3. Matt Nichols, slot 4.
Matt with some of the coolest tattoo sleeves. Pretty sure it tells a beautiful story. Would love to actually hear that story.
Yeah. So you got Gabbard made a final 16 last tournament in Mesquite. He was the 2021 PLDA Amateur World Champ. Scotty Pearman still working on a number here.
And if you're tuning in with us, what's happening is we are going through this round to see who will be in the top 32. First place gets 200 points, second place gets 100 points, third place 50, fourth 25, 0 if you do not get any balls within the grid, and we will have 5 rounds. This is our second group of the day. Have 2 more groups coming up later today, followed by the senior division, or the Masters division.
Looks like Gabbard's OB right. So Scotty Pearman, I mean, it looks like Scotty's going after it right now. Really going after it. Just needs to slow everything down, take a nice deep breath. Just put a ball in play right now. Gabbard with a 430. So Gabbard's last ball that flirted down that right side was just a high floater. That was a high floater. Big, nice high golf ball. We're hearing a cheer from the crowd on Scotty Pearman's 5th ball. Still waiting on Flight Scope's working on getting the data in slot number 1, but we got slot 2 up now, so you guys are able to tune in and see these numbers. But Kyle Gabbard in the lead at 430, Damon Dooley at 402, Matt Nichols
there we go
396, and Scotty Pearman now at 419, so he's in 2nd place.
Everyone with the number on the grid working here on the final balls. Love hearing the reaction of the crowd. They can always kind of tell us what's going on before we can actually even see it.
Yeah, Gabbard 216 ball speed. He hits it high too. That could be a big one right there. Big old ball there. Kyle Gabbard last one. Scotty Pearman at 425. He improves a little bit, but he's still going to be sitting in 2nd place. Did Kyle Gabbard's 6th ball go farther? That is the question. Longest ball of the day is 450 yards.
We will see right after this.
The World Long Drive Virtual Tournament is live. All summer long, compete in this virtual tournament for a chance to win a cash prize. World Long Drive is giving away $1,000 in monthly prize money to the top driver in each division. Top 50 per division will advance to the finals in September with a prize pool of $25,000. You can enter as many times as you want. For full details and to register, visit worldlongdrive.com or scan this QR code on your screen right now.
Wow, that is so fun that you can play anywhere that you're located. We actually have the top 3 competitors that have already done the virtual World Long Drive Tournament. Little Mac AK from the United States at 467 yards.
I want to know what he was hitting on. What device was he hitting on?
He was hitting at the altitude of Columbia.
Higher than that. I mean, at sea level, at like 80 degrees.
And on the women,
I mean, like 430 is like the farthest ball I've ever seen. And that might be from like, Martin and Kyle.
We've also got on the ladies' side Mango TYB at 223 yards.
Yeah.
So, ladies, get up there and sign up. You never know. You might win a cash prize.
This Lil Mac needs to come out and start
Lil
competing.
Lil Mac might
That's
be
Big
out
Mac.
here.
Big Mac man for that. Tietmeyer, Hegarty, Matt Nichols, Rocco Gondek are up right now. Yeah, 467 on a track man. I don't know if that's happening or not. I've seen only a couple 100,000 balls on that machine. But you could definitely hike it up. You can even go like 30,000 feet on that and hit balls like 580. So Hegarty 421, looking good there. George Hegarty. He's out of Miami, but he's from the UK. Went to Johnson in Wales. Met him in 2019. I had a golf shop down in South Florida. He walked in there and just started hitting, 205, 206 mile per hour golf balls to the standard driver. And
Wow.
funny enough, he's one of the only guys here in competition that hits like a 45 and a half inch driver. So he does better with a little bit, like a normal setup. When people ask, what type of clubs we're using, are they illegal? Everything is USGA conforming.
Without a doubt. And everyone has their club set up differently, just like on tour. So
Yep.
you'll see all these setups on the big tour as well.
And once again, we're live in Salle, Colorado. Josh Koch ended up winning the event last year here for the PLDA. Koch will be hitting a little bit later on.
Yeah, any questions that you have?
We'll take a peek at YouTube
Let
right now.
us know.
Got 192 people on currently.
Haggerty sitting in first place right now at 421. The guys have hit all of their balls. We are waiting on the final numbers. Rob Tietmeyer, huge fan of him and his family. Waiting on a final number from him. He sits at 402 right now. Girl dad.
He's got a couple daughters. Wife Kristen even competed as well.
Yeah,
2019.
they're a dynamic duo right there.
She hit out of 30 balls. I think she hit 32 out of 30 in play.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jokingly, I think she only missed like one ball. She went like 29 for 30.
So consistent.
And
honestly, if she's at an event and you need someone to fill a slot, she'll sign up.
I remember watching Allie Mulhall last year in Utah. She ended up losing to Monica Living, but when I found out that they were having you had to hit 3 out of 6 in play at the World Championships last year in Japan. I'm like, I don't know how Allie Mulhall loses. Like
at all.
She couldn't miss the grid. She couldn't. I mean, she could even try to miss the grid, and she wasn't missing it. And she ended up taking. I think she finished 3rd last year.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if we've seen her once this year.
Yeah, she's still in school.
Yep. Yeah.
So.
Well, she might be here now that school's out, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
She might be here, but yeah, Allie Mulhall hits. She doesn't miss the grid, so it's fun to watch her hit.
That's one of the fun things about the women's side is you're going to see a lot of balls hitting in the grid. So make sure you tune in tomorrow to see who will be crowned. Will Monica Living go for 3 out of 3?
She looks tough. I'm just watching her, like, she's 122, 123. Club speed, ball speed over 180. I mean, her and Phyllis are definitely the fastest. And Phyllis has put herself in good positions to win tournaments as well. And, that's the one thing about being in the quarterfinals. It's a single elimination format. So if you have a bad set, you're going to get eliminated, you know. And you always see, like, the fastest guys on the planet kind of fight, and they can have a couple bad sets and, make the final 8, get hot and win. But, at the same time, you're going to see top-ranked hitters get eliminated from guys that aren't going to be as fast or gals that aren't even as fast. I mean, you look at Mary Driscoll, who came out, and we even said it, like, she doesn't care who she's on the tee box with.
At all.
She's just going to just keep pumping balls and play, even though she was slower of the competitors that she faced, and she ended up winning.
She's
she
consistent.
Finished second. In Hope Sound. So, and we'll see Mary here later on tomorrow as well. Seb Twiddell, 431. Seb is starting to become very polished on the tee box.
He is.
And it's funny. I saw him a couple weeks ago in Hope Sound. We were at Gabby and Hannah Liner and Gabby Powell. Gabby's competing tomorrow. They had their charity forward tees event, and Seb was there, and I was like, I wasn't expecting you to, stay composed for the entire tournament, I mean, I expect him to win one, potentially later on, but he's like, well, I listen to you guys in the booth, and obviously, he's a kid that he's a golfer, so he can make those adjustments, and you can see right now, like, he's in control.
He is.
431 yards to start off in slot number 1, which we feel is probably the most difficult slot currently on this grid. Slot number 4 seems to be an advantage.
Without a doubt. I think something even that I've noticed in this event with Seb is even his pump. He does kind of like a 2-pump thing.
Yeah.
Watch, it's a little bit slower than normal. He's kind of got even that composed. Boom.
He's going after on that one.
He's got a rhythm.
He saw that
He did.
that recoil. He went after that. So we will get the numbers here in slot number 4. I'll pull out the slow-mo camera, 3X it. And,
there we go.
And, you know, we'll post that on the gram here sooner than later. But Seb Twiddell, 431, Riesback 410, Jeffrey Hunter at 350. Still waiting on a number from Damon Dooley, 424. So Damon Dooley with a bomb down the left side.
Some big hitters this morning. We'll have some big hitters this afternoon.
Yep.
With Kyle Berkshire,
Oh,
Josh Koch, and an array of others that will be competing to make it to tomorrow's round.
Yep. No, I said I'm looking forward to seeing Mr. Berkshire hit, you know, with a little bit of a right to left wind, because I mean he's been, you know, like these guys that hit draws, even Martin Borgmeyer. I mean, these guys are hitting draws into cut winds, and you know the fact that they run so deep in these tournaments just shows how talented they are in speed, because you know like some of these guys that are 210, they gotta ride that wind out, you know, and you know, it'll be nice to see, a different setup a little bit as far as wind from right to left. So
without a doubt,
there's not much wind right now, but
on the tee box here we've got Eigner, Pierman, Raber, and Rankin. Rankin, I love his bio. He says, "Gonna give this a shot. Probably need a coach. TrackMan club speed at 176. Just new to golf. Looks fun."
yeah,
That might be the best bio.
yeah. Hey, whatever. You don't know until you come out here. Like I said, we want to see Little Man or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Mr. Was it 467?
Little Mac.
Little Mac. You need to get out here, man. If you're watching this, I want to see this 467 ball. All right. So we got 225 tuning in right now on YouTube.
The guys have just started hitting.
Yep. Yeah, Seb is cruising right now. You know, 155. We didn't see those numbers in slot number 1. Once we have this little bit of a break, I feel like, you know, Flight Scope's they're working on slot 1, but they figured out 2. And,
it's crazy how fast they are always on top of it, helping out with spot 2.
All right, so we're going to look at Scotty Pierman. I like the 210 ball right there. Like I said, Scotty will be, when he's on 215, 217, he can run it up to 220. But you can really see Scotty's being very active with his lower half.
I was just about to say that.
Very active.
And that's hard when that lower half is moving that fast to really sync it up with the top. And so if he just slows down just a little bit, not necessarily his speed, just transition, he's going to see a lot more balls in play.
Yep.
Like that one was way more in a groove. He sees a little bit straighter ball flight. He moves that over a little bit. He's in the grid.
Yeah, based off of like swing speed and ball speed, like that was center punch, just blocked it out right.
Yep.
So his space was open just a tad at impact.
If you look at the guys, when you see their knees kind of buckle at the end, it means that they're not really being efficient with the speed. They need to make sure that they're posted up strong on that front foot in order to maximize their speed, as well as be able to hit a decent shot that stays in the grid.
I say you look at guys like Scotty. I mean, it didn't ask him how he felt today, but I mean, these guys, you know, he's doing a lot of, you know, corporate and charity exhibitions, and it definitely takes its toll. Yeah, it takes a toll on that body, you know. So like having fresh legs is important, and you know, I'm just curious to know how he actually feels today swinging the golf club.
That's a good swing there by Scotty. Yeah, the serviceman himself.
Yep.
Might call him the postman because he's always delivering smiles.
Oh yeah.
And heart, but Andrew Eigner really liked that one. We can't see his numbers here, but we'll see. Hopefully, get a number here soon to see where that one finished.
So keying in on Scotty Pierman here, purple for preemies, the purple hat. His son Xander, premature, 24 weeks, I believe. Scotty, if I'm wrong, I apologize, but we've seen Xander at the events, and a cool little kid.
Really cool kid.
Yeah.
They've got an awesome daughter too.
Yep.
Eigner. 410, he yelled at that ball, and there was a good reason for that. He's going to take the set here.
I said Scotty's going to have to go back and regroup here.
The good thing, it's still early. He's got enough time. Oh!
437.
Look at that. 437 to take it on that final ball.
And like I said, just curious to know how his legs feel. You know, because like I said, he's very, very active with that lower half right now.
You know, it would be nice to get like a ice tub out here for all the athletes.
Oh, yeah.
Just jump in after every set.
Man, I feel like they
I
always
would do it.
They talk about target marketing. All I see on Instagram right now is this thing for your shoulder called, or like it was like shoulder or something.
Yeah.
I bought it. I just bought it. I
Yeah.
mean, I saw it like 8 million times. And then these ice baths, like
Ice baths.
There's all different types of ice tubs that these guys
I'm pretty
are.
sure
You
if
know,
we keep saying it, we're just gonna see it all over.
yeah, I know. I know that they can hear us. But yeah, I finally gave in. I saw the same commercial for the shoulder thing. You know, like a reliever for your shoulder, and I bought it a couple days ago. So
Seb's got people tuning in all the way from England, uncle and cousins.
Yep. So right now it's 6:30 in England. I know that because my partner in crime and CEO, he's out there. He's actually in. Oh no, it's 7 hours. He's in France right now. So
I see
yeah.
London. I see France. I see these guys putting on a
Right.
good dance.
There you go.
That's not the way it went on Rugrats, though.
Kyle Gabbard, Justin James, Manny Samaya, and Anthony Moreno. JJ in slot number 2. We're going to look at some ball speed numbers. 219 from JJ. Just cruising. Kyle Gabbard putting a ball on the board right away. I like seeing that out of Kyle at 411. And, you know, Kyle, I saw a 216 ball from him. And what I like about Gabbard as well is that he hits it high. So high and fast is good.
I like this ball from JJ.
Ooh, nice little tight little draw down that right side. We looked at the carry numbers. We did see guys carrying it over 400 yards, but like I do feel like the ground is going to be hard here. Like there is some rollout. We saw some 35-yard. Well, we're saying it's a guesstimate because if Flight Scope says 390 and you see a 425, you can only guess that it rolled around 30 yards, if not a little bit more than that. JJ's ball went OB on number 3. So he's still trying to find the zone here.
For sure. Anthony just needs to hit a draw or aim a little bit further left because he's hitting a cut all day. It's going to be hard to find.
Kyle Gabbard
to put
making
it
it, adding. So look at this one. JJ's sweeping this golf ball from right to left. There's a lot of movement right to left. Apex 204. I like these numbers, though. It's about a 40-yard draw. About a 40-yard draw from he threw it out right and then brought it back in. That rode the wind. That's going to be a big number from Justin James. That one's going to be a big one. That one stayed in the air a really, really long time. But Kyle Gabbard looking good with the first 3 balls over 411 yards. He's at 421 currently in the lead, waiting on a number from JJ that started at OB right by probably 20 yards and then brought it back in.
Kyle's consistency there. Very impressive.
So they put a 0 on the board for Justin. That was his 4th ball. JJ's.
Uh-oh. We've got a snapped one by Anthony.
Yep. So JJ, nothing's registered as of right now. So
we heard some yells, though. We can't see the numbers. Wow, I'm shocked that 4th ball didn't stay in.
There was a couple balls that looked good.
Really good.
That we thought would be in play.
I still want to know how far they were.
Yeah, I feel like his 4th ball was a bomb. So still working on the number. JJ at 419. Kyle Gabbard looking strong. So that's underlined too. So that 4th ball didn't stay in play. So I mean, it could have, like I said, we got the Flight Scope, tracer technology here. That ball could have started down the middle and pushed out left. But Kyle Gabbard again with a. Did he win the first set? Let me see here. Kyle Gabbard back-to-back wins.
Back-to-back, in the words of Drake.
The 2021 Amateur World Champ looking good to start off his tournament in round of 64. He's going back-to-back.
We're about to start here with round 3 in this second group. I'm going to take a peek at YouTube. Love you guys letting us know where you're tuning in from. We've got a lot of people on the chat all the way from South Africa cheering on Kyle.
Yep, we got Jason Atkins, 2:30 in the morning in Australia. That's dedication, Jason.
Without a doubt.
So, and then the GOAT has entered the chat room. Jason Zubak is in the house. The 5-time Open world champion and senior world champion.
Chicago, good day.
He's going to be out in Toronto here in a couple weeks. He's one of the hosts of the Endless Summer Invitational. It's going to go on. And Port Rowan as well. We got Port Rowan, World Long Drive event. So Jay-Z is he's going to be back in action. Definitely.
Lee Cox.
definitely miss watching him hit golf balls. Lee Cox, legend, one of the top coaches on the planet.
Arizona in the house.
Yep.
One of my favorite events.
Yep.
Over there in Phoenix back in the day.
And Lee Cox has trained several world champions. You know,
Salle.
Marty Borghi and Joe Miller. Lee Cox has got a great stable of hitters. Great coach. Him and Bobby Peterson have been at the top of the list of best coaches on the planet for the last 15, 20 years in this sport.
Without a doubt. And maybe one of my favorite Dobbins, Brittany, here in the chat.
Yes.
All the way from Texas.
Brittany. Howdy.
Right.
They went out of California, now they're in Texas. You know, yeah, I bet they got. She's got a nice
bigger
old
in Texas.
Yeah, Texas accent now.
We got Rocco, Patrick, Ryan, and Kyle here on the tee box.
Yeah.
Ryan Rees back with the furthest ball so far at 383, but we just heard a good yell from the crowd.
Yeah. Say Vancouver, Canada in the house. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I going out to Calgary here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, Pennsylvania. I'll be playing over there at a few places.
Yeah.
Can't remember them off the top of my head. I know they call one the Udder Course because it used to be a cow farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stonewall. That's the name of that one.
Yep.
NorCal. Love some San Francisco Bay Area.
Yep. What state and country has the best long drivers? Well, I can tell you Alberta out in Calgary's pretty, or Calgary and Edmonton's pretty darn good. And there's a lot of world championships between Sadlowski and Zubak.
That's true. I
That's
might say
spot.
there's like this little small town in Louisiana called Ruston.
Yeah.
I think they had a pretty great long driver. I don't know.
That's funny. So, yeah, you got a lot of Florida hitters.
Florida hitters, yeah.
Yep. But, yeah, I'm looking forward, going out to Alberta here. And, everybody that knows when I go to Canada, there's one place I always go to, and I know Justine's not on right now. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, you shouldn't say it, but it's Justin Bieber's favorite place, too. But look at this, Cal Gabbard at 427.
Yeah, back in. Gabbard looking good.
Still looking for 3 of Ryan's.
Yeah. Gabbard ended up winning the round of 32. Like he won it in Mesquite, the Volume 2 event. He ended up having the most points. So
I must say, I love the Aussie fam all here.
Yep.
Aussie.
Yep.
Spent a lot of time there playing on tour. Shout out to Gabby. Got some fans here already.
Pow pow. Pow pow hit ball far. So we'll see Gabby Powell tomorrow.
Now on the tee.
They're all up in Denver. Looks like they're all playing like Avery and Cassandra.
Yeah.
I didn't even think Martin was there yesterday, playing some golf.
Playing some G.
Playing some G.
And can we get DJ Khaled out here? I would love to hear him say, "Let's go."
Bomb right down the middle.
Long drive.
He's hilarious.
God did.
I watched him play. He was playing with Kyle the one day. Like we were at a place called Lagos in Miami. And if he hit a bad shot, he just another one, and he would hit until he hit a good ball. And it was awesome.
It's kind of like Reed Russell in the grid.
One. His passion for golf is immense. DJ Khaled, he's hosting a charity event with Michael Jordan here in July down in Miami Beach. But yeah, it's
23.
fun. It's fun to watch like all these celebrities starting to get into golf, and social media has definitely helped out. Like the coolness of golf. It's not like it used to be, You can.
The barrier's a lot lower.
Yeah.
It's fun. You can wear hoodies now.
Oh yeah, even then, like you can go to ranges that whatever. You got all these different types of technology, out there, and you hang out and.
But I think one of the coolest things I remember when I was hitting on the grid, my friends would love to tune in to Long Drive because it's exciting. You've got the music, it's quick. And they would do that before they would come watch me play 4 hours on tour.
Yeah, the final 16's always, it's so much fun to announce, too. You got an hour and like 15, 30 minutes of just all gas.
And you never know what's going to happen. Tomorrow we've got head-to-heads, which is our last head-to-head was what, Hobe Sound?
They did a couple. They did some head-to-heads out in Hobe Sound, but I think the round of 16, it'll be fun. I think the last time we did it was 2015 or 16 when we did all heads-up matches.
Oh, man.
And Joe Miller ended up winning the World Championships, where it was just heads-up matches all the way through. And I kind of like that structure too. It was
so much
fun.
fun. It
really was. And you know, we've gone to the round robins, and you know, I've been doing this for 17 years now. I obviously like double elimination formats and heads-up matches, but if you're tuning in and watching this as a fan, like you're going to get the fastest guys on the planet. You're going to see the best, fastest guys get there deep in a tournament. You know, with round robin, or not round robin formats, but like double elimination and heads up matches, you're going to see guys that are really fast get bounced early because, you know, there is a premium in hitting balls in play. So, I mean, I wish we could do like maybe a tournament where it's all heads up matches, or it's you know, whatever, a double elimination
so
setup.
many different ways.
It's just,
and that's what makes this sport fun, is different formats.
Yeah.
Gives opportunity for different hitters.
Jay-Z said what I like. Yeah, absolutely. You better believe it. You better believe it. But I understand it as well. Like, you know, you got to make the decision. It's like, all right, some of these guys are just imagine. Let's just say, let's paint a picture. Seb Twiddell flies out from Australia. He's in a double elimination format and has 2 bad sets. He literally flew halfway around the world to hit 12 golf balls.
Yeah.
And that's the way it used to be. But I really like that, and that's why, like, what Jason Zubak did to win 4 straight world championships with those type of formats, the pressure's on right away. Like, it's game time. You can't make mistakes. You can make one mistake, but you have to run the table after that. So, you know, like I said, the structures have changed. I think that this structure definitely benefits the faster hitters, and it's better for people to watch. And not only that, these hitters get a bare minimum. You're going to get 30 swings. You're going to get 30 swings to compete. You're going to get your 5 sets.
Good on the body.
Yeah. But
and Scotty on this one, taking it. He's finding his groove. 422.
Yep.
Second furthest ball was 420, so he's on a roll. Rob T. Miter at 405.
Yep.
And Anthony Moreno breaking 2 shafts in 3 sets. I hope he brought some more clubs.
You know, like when I, go and look, and I remember watching Kyle in 2017, and I'm like, I can't even imagine being a shaft company right now. He would bounce that thing off his hip, and shafts are flying everywhere. Like, if you're in an indoor simulator, you're hiding behind a wall, like when he's hitting. And he got, obviously, a little bit better at his craft. I mean, he finished 3rd in the world in 2017. Obviously, Kyle, #1 in the world.
Also figured out the best equipment.
But, yeah, like, when you see these guys come in, like, right away into these tournaments, like, they're swinging so hard in their recoil. They bounce that shaft right off the hip.
Who was that? Was that Wes Patterson at Worlds that one year broke a shaft all the way into the stands?
Oh, yeah. Just
hopefully he signed it and
smoked.
gave it to a fan, because that was wild.
Yeah, that was crazy. Well, thank God it hit that rail. It hit the rail, and it kind of just glanced off his shoulder. But we definitely have a lot of inside jokes about that shot. So, all right, so we got Seb Twiddell. I'm busting out the phone here. I'm going slow-mo.
Oh, yeah, he's in the
3X
spot
slow-mo.
here.
We're going to post this on the gram here in a minute.
We've got Lance Rakin, Matt Nichols, Justin James, and Seb Twiddell. This is going to be a really great set.
Seb with a little low miss hit here. Let's look for JJ to put some balls in play here. JJ just putting up big numbers. He's only hit 2 out of 12 in play, but they've been good enough. Well, he ended up taking 2nd in the last set. So JJ at 300 points. Seb Twiddell with 2 wins.
I don't know if you can see in the black background, we've got paragliders coming in. Beautiful scene. Starting to see a little bit more rollout as the grass is drying up.
JJ's looking good. He's sitting in around 220. Seb at 220. Seb at 400. JJ at 430. So we're just going to look a little bit of movement left to right from Seb. But he looks nice and composed. 429, Seb Twiddell. So 1 behind JJ.
Got to either turn it over a little bit or start it a little bit further towards the left. But 429, he's so consistent in this 429, 430.
But JJ ranked #3 in the world currently. Seb Twiddell is going to start, jumping up that chart quickly as well.
He's moved up really fast. What is he? 17 right now? Seb 19.
19. Yep.
With the win from last event.
So JJ with a couple numbers on the board right now at 430 and 416, starting to settle into the tournament. He's got 4 out of the first 16 balls in play. And JJ was said once he gets out of a lot of balls, hopefully he's okay there. He went down to a knee.
Matt looking pretty strong. Just a little bit off here or there, but
Gonna look at JJ right now. He went to a knee there. I don't know if he's hurt or not, or just slipped a little bit.
He's on his final ball, so I'm pretty sure he's not going to go too hard at it.
Seb Twiddell takes the lead 438.
Oof.
JJ down to a knee again. I think he's all right. Just a little off balance. I'm just taking a peek at Justin here in slot number 3. He's on the ground, but I think he's fine. He's just losing a little bit of traction there with the ground. Seb Twiddell 438. Looking good there, big guy. So, yeah, he's been hanging out in Florida pretty much since the season started.
Yeah.
And working out at Joey D's
What
in
a
Jupiter,
place.
where a lot of the guys, work out. Like you had Justin Thomas and Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson,
Lexi Thomas.
Lexi Thompson. Yeah,
Thompson.
yeah. It's a good spot. So, even saw him working a little bit with Micah Morris. Micah Morris, former good cast member. Micah almost went 210. He's got a great swing too.
Wow.
And even Kyle said, he's like, Berkshire is talking about, Micah Morris. He's like, if I can get Micah to compete or like train for like 3 months, he's the type of guy. Honestly, he reminds me a lot of like Bryson. Like just a smooth swing that could put up. He would put a lot of balls in play. So Micah, if you're listening, might have to get you out here because he was smoothing in at like 208, 209.
And hitting in the center of the club face makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
And if you can be consistent with that and then grow speed around that, unstoppable.
Yep. But yeah, Seb takes down that set 438. He looks good. He looks in control. I wouldn't make any changes. We talked about it. If he can just stay there and he gets accustomed to being locked in at like 210 or 220 ball speed, hitting the center of the club face, and then when he really truly has to step on it, his body's already accustomed to,
Without a doubt. There's a difference between being the fastest and winning.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
be the fastest and not win, but to win you have to have a plan, a strategy, and understand when to turn it up.
Yeah, like the Devin Fitzgerald. He just center punched the golf ball, and it went 442, and he's not even close to the fastest guy, out here. But he just put a nice ball in play. And someone like Damon Dooley. He's going to be
Andrew
putting
Eigner.
up like 205 maybe ball speed, something like that. To Andrew hitting in his home state here at 412.
.414 by Damon. First slot.
So looking at the format's changing just a little bit slightly tomorrow in the round of 16.
Yeah, and to comment by David on YouTube, how different it is to hit here on the tee box versus the range. There's a whole nother set of nerves. There's a whole different strategy that goes into it. If you let, if you let a bad shot, if you let anything get the best of you, even your competitor that's hitting right beside you, if you're trying to compete with them, it really throws you off your game. And so it is a huge skill to come out here and compete on the stage versus competing on a range.
For sure.
We see that on Instagram all the time, I think. There's a ton of high numbers out there, but it all switches up right here.
Yep. All that matters is that final number. Andrew putting on a clinic right now. And sometimes if you don't see these numbers, it's just because he's left-handed. It's
For
left-handed.
sure. We will get the final numbers here in a little bit.
Introducing World Long Drive International memberships. World Long Drive welcomes all of their international affiliates as part of the World Long Drive family. With an international membership, our worldwide competitors now have the ability to compete in internationally sanctioned World Long Drive events, the ability to earn world ranking points, plus all of the great community membership benefits. Sign up for an international membership today at worldlongdrive.com. All pro memberships include the ability to compete in international World Long Drive sanctioned events. Learn more at worldlongdrive.com.
We're back. Seb Twiddell with 3 wins. Kyle Gabbard with 3 wins.
What a great voice there on that commercial. It's professional.
Like I said, it was funny. I had to sit there and I just tell my son to be quiet. It's like I got to get this done.
I thought I did hear somebody in the back go, "Dad."
Yeah. And I'm a perfectionist. Like I would, even if it sounded good the first time, or like if I nailed it on the first couple tries, I'd still like to 15 more. Yeah. But anyway. All right. Seb Twiddell with 3 wins. Kyle Gabbard with 3 wins. You're going to see them in. Scotty Perriman starting to get dialed in as well.
He is.
He's at 500
He's just been building
points.
this entire time.
I said he's the guy that I was looking for. And like I said, a lot of movement in that lower half from him today. So either he's tired or he's feels really good. You know, like one or the other. I'm not sure. We're going to ask him later. So, but yeah, I like this grid for Scotty a lot. And I say he's due.
Seb with a little bit of a cut there.
Yep.
Looks
This
like
one's
it's
just
going
a
to
little
stay.
strike. 217 ball. He mishit this one. This one's a low launch.
Missed it at 217.
Yeah, he missed that one a little bit. Look at the club speed, 159. Starting to climb up that chart. I mean, you look at 159 center smash. You're looking at 238.5 ball speed. Yeah. So, Seb Twiddell at 423. I mean, he's just hitting it out, just flicking it out there. 223.8. That's the fastest ball that I've seen today so far.
Agreed.
Seb's starting to get dialed in. You know, funny enough, the cut's actually working right now. Even though
It
it's
is.
fighting the crosswind, we've seen some monster numbers with cuts.
And I think the other thing is for viewers at home to remember is how long the ball really stays in the air out here.
That's the first time I saw Seb really truly go for that. He got after that one. 163.2, 226. And let's just see the dispersion when he starts to try to dial it up. 63, 64, 65, 66 yards of movement left to right. So a lot of movement left to right. But 451 from Seb Twiddell, that is the longest drive of the day.
Just missed that last shot, but
So a 223 cut, 223.8 cut.
he's got the longest ball of the day. Scotty Pierman finding the groove there at 415.
So Scotty Perriman's in. He's going to have 600 points. So Scotty, he's close. He's close. But, yeah.
He's been building for sure.
Yep. No. Seb Twiddell is putting on a clinic right now. 451. And that was the first time I saw him really step on the throttle.
Stepped on it, wind up finishing with the longest ball of the day at 451.
Cut into a little bit of a left or right to left, too.
And that wasn't even his fastest swing speed of the day, which is pretty crazy.
163 wasn't his fastest.
I thought that was with ball 5 that went out.
Ball 5 was 163, 226. And it had like almost 66, 67 yards of movement left to right. So big old cut. And that's what we saw with him in the beginning of the year.
Yep.
Was spinning it and way too much movement left to right. So he was just swinging out of his shoes, and that was his miss. Was, a lot left to right.
Every single time.
But he had a nice controlled swing at 220, to a 223 ball that went 451. So I know that he's going to listen to this, but when he stepped on the gas, that's what's going to happen. He's going to spin it more. He's going to have more left to right movement. But if he centers that face up with the golf ball, and I think if we have an east wind, someone's going to hit it 500 yards in the next couple days.
Without a doubt. Well, we've got the big deal here on the 4th slot, college nickname. as they get to tee off along with Matt, Anthony, and Andrew.
Yep. So the Mesquite Volume 2 winner, looking good, the 22-year-old superstar out of Australia, with 4 straight wins here to start off his tournament. Once again, we are live in LaSalle, Colorado, about 40 miles north of Denver. Bigfoot Turf Farms. There is a lot of green grass.
Lots of green.
Yeah, you want to hit drives, come out here. If you want to throw a bullpen, come out here. You want to try to hit home runs over a 200-foot fence, come on down.
If you want to skydive, come out here. This is the place for it all.
And if you want to fish in the Mississippi River.
Mississippi, right there. We've got a full day today. We've got to see Group 1 off at 8 a.m. Right now we're watching Group 2 at 12:30 when we come back. Group 3 and 2:30 at Group 4. We're having Josh Koch, Kyle Berkshire, Maurice Allen with his debut, as well as the senior division from 4:30 to 6:30 this afternoon. It's going to be a day of a lot of bombs.
Look at Reese back going 4:33. What a stud. You know he can hear us too. That's the best part. If we just talk a little bit louder. Reese back. Got out here at 3:30 this morning. Maybe even earlier.
Have you ever seen him mow the lawn, actually? It's interesting. He actually has scissors, and he cuts it blade by blade.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he just comes out with like little tweezers and just cuts every single blade of grass. So he's out here at 3:30 this morning.
He uses the tweezers to weed eat.
And ended up going on a donut run too. Brought everybody donuts at 5.
A little coffee on the side.
Absolutely. So, but Ree's back with the lead currently at 4:33. Matt Nichols at 4:14. Anthony Moreno still working on a number. Andrew Eigner, slot number 3. Andrew with 3 straight second places. He is 1 yard behind second place to Matt Nichols at 4:13. Ryan Riesbeck, let's take a peek where he's at. This would be a big win for Ryan. He would have 550 points, so that would get him in safely. Pretty top-heavy right now as far as points go.
It is.
Yep.
Matt, too, if he has a good set here, kind of gives him a little breathing room from being on the bubble.
Yep. I heard like a ting there, like an old metal bat. Wonder what head that is. Because that wasn't a Callaway or like a crank, I don't think.
I think it was one of those old school
like
number 1 drivers.
That was loud. That was like the old Nike Sasquatches.
Yeah. All right, what a set there.
And if it is Anthony Moreno, unfortunately he did bounce a couple shafts off his back and break them. So
he did.
You know.
Ryan,
I don't know if there's a surprise or something for a prize for most broken shafts in a set.
It's at the end of the year gala. We give out the award for most broken shafts.
26 broken shafts.
Ryan Reese back there at 433 yards. Andrew Eigner in at 413. Anthony Moreno 270. Probably with a 3-wood.
Yeah, no, that's tough. I remember my first tournament. Well, you know what? Let's tell a story here in a minute. ... Let's get back to you right after this.
I started off in 2019, I believe it was, when I started with a long driver. I couldn't time it. So lost a little bit of accuracy. And then when I was ever on the simulator, I was looking at ball speeds, and I hit playing driver, I hit long driver, and I was actually quicker ball speed with the play driver because I was just timing it a lot better. So from there, I just was like, well, I'm just going to use a play driver. I have a Cobra LTD, and I have a Ventus Black shaft in that, and it's been working so far.
Yeah, we talked about George Hegarty. He stepped into my golf shop in West Palm Beach in 2019, and he was like 205 with a regular setup. And I remember we ended up fitting him for, I'm trying to think of the shaft. It was green. I'm gonna think. An Oban. He was using an uncut Oban shaft, and like his numbers were unbelievable. But yeah, he's one of few guys that uses a 45 and a half inch shaft and does extremely well and competes with the best on the planet. I mean, George Hegarty's ranked 14th in the world currently, and you know, he's the type of guy that, like, when he gets hot too, he's really tough. So I mean, he's a guy that you'll see in and around 208 to 210 ball speed.
Yeah, because of that standard length, you're going to see his swing be a little bit higher. So he's going to kind of come out just a little bit and then up. That gives him that length as if he had a longer shaft, and then is able to do what he does as the 14th rank in the world.
Yeah, he does hit a little bit of a draw. I mean, that's his ball flight, like right there. That's a good ball right there. 143, 205. A little bit of a miss hit for him, but this one is starting down the right side with a tiny draw here.
Going to be in that speed slot.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good number here. Like I said, the beauty of this golf ball is that, you know, it flies really well at 205 ball speed. Really well if you hit it good. So that's 421 from George Hegarty. So he's safely in the lead right now. Gabbard working on a number. Spun it at 2,900. Gabbard here in slot number 3. 202 ball speed. So that is definitely a miss hit from him, because we've seen Kyle go 216 earlier on in his sets. He's got 3 straight wins. You'll see Kyle Gabbard in the round of 32. He's safely in at 600 points now with the ball in play. The worst he could be at is you know, 625. So Kyle Gabbard is in.
What a swing.
But Hegarty looking good here. That was a miss hit, 188 on his last ball. Just sneaking that last ball in. Might not need it. 205, very consistent numbers here from George Hegarty in slot number 4. And in around 206 ball speed right now, went 421. But right now, Seb Twiddell is looking best in this group.
Running away with it.
Yeah. Responses. We talked about that loud little sound. They said it's a shark attack golf head.
Okay.
I haven't hit that one yet.
Love it. You know, it would be an interesting tournament to see. Would be all the guys hitting the opposite way. So right-handers having to hit left.
I got a funny story.
Left-hander right.
I got a really funny story about that. So I'm in slot. JJ's in slot number 4. So I'm getting all these 3x slow-mos, but we did an event at a very private golf course where there was 3 world champions and Josh Koch. So it was JJ, Tim Burke, Kyle. They gave me a microphone, and these guys were gambling on all these guys' shots. And one guy was so drunk that he ended up stapling one. He stapled a $100 bill to his forehead. And he's like, anybody that hits this drive left-handed the farthest, I'm going to give you $100. Well, they ended up getting up to $1,000.
Oh my goodness!
Justin won. First ball he hits it like 260 right down the middle. Tim Burke hit.
Left-handed.
He pulled it into the clubhouse. Josh hit it over the scoreboard left. Like it was hilarious. And Kyle's like, I'm not swinging. I have no chance of winning.
Wow.
But
well, sounds like a good competition then.
It was funny. I mean, JJ gets up there and first swing just hits it right down the middle. Like, no one's beating that. He was the first guy to swing, and then but like Tim's was hilarious because Tim, like, it was almost like a pitch that jammed him, and he just pulls it like down the first baseline and right into the clubhouse with a bunch of people watching.
The thought I had of them giving you the mic in that story was, I don't know if you've seen Travis Kelce trying to take the president's mic.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Yeah, that was
That's
funny.
exactly what I had in mind with you.
Well, no, they gave me the microphone. I'm like, what can I say? And they go, you can say whatever you want. We were not allowed to have cameras, nothing. It was just like, you're living in the moment, and that is it. I'll never forget Eddie Jones, a basketball player, played in the NBA for a really long time. He gets up there to try to outdrive one of the long drive guys, and then he he says, he goes and points at Jason Taylor, and he goes, Justin James at 439, by the way, getting stronger. But he challenges Jason Taylor to $1,000 a yard. He gets up. Jason Taylor goes first, hits it 6 yards. He literally skies it, goes 6 yards.
Oh,
Eddie Jones gets up there. He can barely stand. I can say whatever. I'm throwing him under the bus. He hits it 186 yards. Absolutely hilarious. So you have a guy that's in the Hall of Fame in the NFL, and then Eddie Jones talking $1,000 a yard. Well, long story short, Jason Taylor paid a good amount of money. He didn't pay $1,000 a yard, though.
Sheesh.
But Justin James, 444, looking good. JJ, the 2017 world champ, currently number 3 in the world, the Hope Sound champ, going 444.
He's in the groove, and he's
There
got
he
it.
is.
And we'll see you guys after this break.
Looking to compete on the World Long Drive Tour for the largest prize purses in World Long Drive history? Pro and amateur members can compete in their respective divisions all summer long as World Long Drive kicks off their 2023 tour. Visit worldlongdrive.com to become a member and view all the registration dates for upcoming tour events.
JJ settling in, 444, but
Looking
Seb
really
Twiddell,
strong.
Seb Twiddell's looking strong, coming off a win in Mesquite, and I mean he's looked best so far. Sean Johnson looked really good earlier this morning
Really
as
solid.
well. Sean ended up having 900 points in his bracket of hitters. Marty Borghi looked good as well.
240.
Marty Borghi 240. He's only 0.7 away. As we say, Marty Borghi almost 240. So right now we got Jeffrey Hunter, Matt Nichols, Manny Samaya, and Patrick Raber. Let's take a peek and see where Raber's at. He's got a chance. He's got an outside chance right now. Raber has to win this one to have 400 points. We've seen 400 get in. Raber starts off with a 414 on the board.
Yep.
Which I believe that is Raber's longest drive. Matt Nichols' longest drive so far of this tournament is 417 yards. Matt Nichols gets a win. He'll have 475.
He just has to hit a good one in the grid, and he's definitely got this. Seb is in.
Yep.
Kyle's in. Justin, Scotty.
Manny technically isn't mathematically out, but he would need a bunch of guys to go OB. So it looks like Matt Nichols is down to his last ball. He's got to win this set.
All right, Matt.
But Patrick Raber is going to put himself at 400 points if he does take down
You've
the
done
three
it
other
several
competitors.
times before, getting it in the grid. You got it right now.
The pride of Sacramento, Colorado. Patrick Raber looking like he's going to get a W here in slot number 4.
You know what? What a fireball.
Yep. You got Andrew Eigner on the bubble currently at 350 and Tietmeyer at 350. So right now, how funny is this? These aren't even green. So like when we came into set number 5 in the first group of guys, the guys
All
had
of those.
green
Yep.
on their 500s.
At 500.
At 500s.
And these are at 550.
So Riesbeck and George Hegarty are at 550, and they're still not confirmed in. But Scotty Perriman, Justin James, Kyle Gabbard, and Seb Twiddell are 100% into the round of 32. This is group number 2. We have 4 total groups today.
Going into round 5, which is always really exciting because, as we see right here, there's not a lot of spots that are secured.
Yep, so Patrick Raber is going to take down the set. He will have 400, which will put Damon Dooley on the bubble. I'm using air quotes as of right now because we still have Andrew Eigner, Rob Tietmeyer to hit as well.
Here we go.
So yeah,
Damon Dooley.
Tietmeyer and Andrew Eigner. So if Tietmeyer, Andrew win, they're in. Damon Dooley wins, he's in. I mean, even Damon takes second place, he could get in too. He would have 475 points. But George Hegarty, like, those guys are safe.
Yeah.
Those guys are safe. Hegarty and Riesbeck are in at 550. Even if they win OB, they're going to get in.
We might even see a playoff here.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a playoff earlier on in the first group. But, yeah, there could have been a logjam. There was mathematically, there could have been 4 people at 450 points in that last set for the first group. But
Isaiah Joyner pulling one out there on his last ball to secure his spot to secure his spot for tomorrow.
Do you want to hit tomorrow?
Yeah, I want to hit tomorrow.
I mean, we can.
Just one time.
Yeah,
Just one hit.
I think you need to hit. No, I think you need to, whatever. Go out there and, I think you
Have
need
to
to
use
hit.
somebody else's driver.
You can hit with anything, honestly.
Rocco throwing one in. I think that's going to be a little bit out, but he's got the right shot for that.
This is a huge set for Damon Dooley. He wins, he's in. He's in. He is in. So technically, this is how this could play out. Damon Dooley wins. Who's going up? Let me see who. Tietmeyer and Andrew are going to be in the same group. So it is possible, if Riesbeck and Hegarty win OB, and Andrew or Rob Tietmeyer win, you would have 3 guys at 550. So, I mean, Hegarty and Riesbeck just need to hit a ball and play.
Which
But
are
isn't
two
that
pretty
crazy?
consistent people.
But that's crazy because we could technically have a tie. We could 100% have a tie at 550. Because if Damon Dooley wins, he would have 575. Tietmeyer and Andrew are in the same group. So one of them wins, they'd have 550. And if Hegarty and Riesbeck win OB, you'd have 3 guys.
But can't see that out of Riesbeck.
Yeah, no, these guys, they're in.
Or even Hegarty.
Yeah.
Damon's got to put one in the grid.
Yep. 300 on hand right now, tuning in. It's a World Long Drive on YouTube, so thank you for joining us. So Damon Dooley, I mean, pressure's on him. He's got to hit a ball and play. I mean, the thing is if he doesn't get a ball and play, then Riesbeck and Hegarty are in. So, because if Andrew Eigner are going up against each other, so Damon Dooley's still working on a number. Looks like he's going to be OB right.
Yep.
So, I mean, and literally Dooley currently has to just hit a ball and play. I mean, his farthest ball is 424, and right now the lead is 375. So no one's hit a center punch shot. So the pressure's on Damon. I mean, he could even take a second place currently right now. I mean, he's just got to hit a ball and play.
All right, we'll see.
Nope,
Looks
OB
like he
left.
pulled that one just a bit.
Well, look
Oh,
at
it's
this. Look
coming
at this
back.
turbo cut. Look at it. Nope, that one looks like it stayed out. That's a tough set for Damon because that would have definitely put him in the round of 32 if he won that set. And he only had to hit a 3. I say only. Right now the ball's going, guys are hitting at 430, 440 right now. And his farthest ball, as mentioned, was 424. Damon's OB. He's technically still on the bubble, but it looks like, that helps out Raber immensely, big time. So we could see a playoff. If Andrew Eigner wins, he's in. If Andrew Eigner or Rob Tietmeyer takes second place, they're in.
Yeah. This is what happens on round 5 of these round robin groups is you never know what happens. Sometimes the pressure can get to you.
Yeah.
Other times people pull out their best swings of the day.
Yeah, Ryan Riesbeck and Hegarty, they're in.
Coming up on the tee now, we have Andrew Eigner, Kyle Gabbard, Rob Tietmeyer, and Seb Twiddell. Seb's already in. Kyle's already in. This comes down to Andrew and Rob.
Yep. So if Andrew or Rob take second place, they are in. Andrew Eigner can actually, if Andrew or Rob take second or third, they're going to be, one of them's going to be in a playoff. So this is a big set for Andrew Eigner. A win, they're in. A second place, they're in. if Andrew Eigner or Rob Tietmeyer take third in the set, then I don't see any of these guys going OB. So I don't see Andrew or Rob going OB.
Now this is going to be a fun one to watch with Seb. He's already in. He's got a couple of clubs with him, 3 clubs. He's definitely going to be figuring out what works best for him for tomorrow. We got to put this on slow-mo.
3X. Yeah, that was last ball was 227, and you're starting to see the recoil from Seb. He is flying right now. He's flying.
Kyle Gabbard putting a good one in. Hopefully that stays. It's
Yeah.
falling a little bit.
So Tietmeyer with a number on the board, which is critical.
And Eigner left-handed, so that first slot is actually not too bad for him. Seb in at 429.
What a recoil. Wow.
Ball speed 227.
That's fun to watch. That is fun to watch. It really is. I mean, that recoil is really, really fast. So he's moving it. Seb with, you know, the fastest swings of the day so far. He's got a 429 on the board, which is good. Gabbard's farthest ball is 430. But yeah, he's going after it.
Just falling a little right.
But yeah, like I said, when he starts to step on the gas, just look at that movement left to right, you know. And yeah, it's the only thing that I'm looking for right now is just that when he really goes full throttle, can he tighten that left to right? But you know, it's not as drastic as far as the right to left or left to right than it was earlier on in the year.
Without a doubt, it's already getting better.
Oof.
Oh, that was deadly.
That was a low missile. That was just a little bit of a pull. Not sure if this one's going to stay in play or not for Seb Twiddell here in slot number 4. Seb with 4 straight wins. He's currently in the lead, on pace to sweep the field here with 1,000 points.
Waiting for his final ball. Looks like that's OB.
It's surprising from Andrew, too.
It
you know,
is.
he figured he would hit balls in play, and this is what's going to happen. Tietmeyer's going to take third. We're going to tie. There's going to be a playoff between Patrick Raber and Rob Tietmeyer. Unless Rob Tietmeyer's next ball or last ball went 409 or better. But right now it looks like Tietmeyer is going to face Patrick Raber, 391. So as expected, Tietmeyer hit 5 out of 6 in play. Andrew going OB, so he will be on the bubble. He will be out. Damon Dooley is out. You know what? Rob Tietmeyer is in because Andrew Eigner went out. So there's not even have to be a playoff. Tietmeyer is in with Patrick Raber. So the field is set. Seb Twiddell, Kyle Gabbard, Justin James, Scotty Perriman, Ryan Riesbeck, George Hegarty, Patrick Raber, and Rob Tietmeyer. They are in. They're in at 400 too. So 400 it was the bubble to get in on this group. But
what a great set. I mean, those were some really big numbers put out in this group. I'm excited to see this afternoon.
Yep. Yeah, but Seb stepped on the gas the last set. That looked really good. He's the best that I've seen so far today, and it looks like JJ's starting to settle in as well. Last set, JJ went 3 for 6 in play. He's in slot number 4 again. I see us on the screen right now, but I got to go 3x slow-mo on this and get some action on JJ.
We saw him fall down last time. Hopefully everything's okay. Physically, he looks good. I mean, he put up a 444, so I think he is doing well.
Yeah, he's sitting in around 220 ball speed right now, and you won't see Justin. There's no reason for him to go full throttle. He won't do it. He's just going to stay within himself.
Stay composed. All these guys are in. They can just swing nice, smooth. Work out any kinks they want to do for tomorrow. Scotty putting one right down the middle to start with. Looks like that might be a little out on the left, but that was a big ball.
Yep.
Ryan Riesbeck swinging within himself.
Yep, he's in.
Calm, cool.
That was a good one right there. I got Scotty and JJ hitting it at the same exact time. This ball from Justin James, 218. A little bit of movement, about 52 yards of right to left draw. See if it gets some rollout. 423. JJ takes the lead. Just take a peek at his balance. You know, so sometimes JJ gets a little off balance on that recoil. And we were seeing a big recoil from Seb Twiddell on that last set. I mean, that club's flying. And one of the reasons why it didn't break from him is that he's not bouncing the shaft off that right hip.
Right.
Because if he bounces it off the hip, it's done.
I think he might have snapped a club last event.
It's possible. Yep. Yeah, he did. He did. Because we asked him like what adjustments he made. I think he broke it in like the third or fourth set of the round of 16.
Which is impressive to take another club and go and win it.
George Hegarty, Ryan Riesbeck, Scotty Pearman, and Justin James are currently in. JJ's starting to heat up here. He'll have, if nothing changes, he'll have 800 points. So Seb Twiddell, Kyle Gabbard, and Justin James will have 800 points. Scotty Pearman, his longest ball so far of the day is 437. He's sitting at 412 currently in the fifth set. George Hegarty working on a number.
All these guys are in.
Yep. We'll be back here at 12:30 Mountain Time, 2:30 Eastern. We're going to have a little bit of a break here. Have about an hour break once these guys are done. Scotty, 2-8. I mean, the consistency and Scotty's swing speed and ball speed. I mean, he's hitting the center of the club face. He's hitting it well today.
Yeah, like Justin James' last ball as well.
Yep.
But there you have it. Seb Twiddell, Kyle Gabbard, Justin James, Scotty Pearman, George Haggerty, Ryan Riesbeck, Rob Tietmeyer, and Patrick Raber are moving on tomorrow for round robin 32.
Yeah, right now, like I said, we're going to take about an hour break. We'll be back at 12:30 Mountain Time for round robin number 3. We're in the round of 64. 16 men have already advanced to the round of 32, and 16 more will advance here in a couple hours. We'll see you shortly. We're live on YouTube in LaSalle, Colorado. World Long Drive is back thanks to GF Sports and Entertainment. Enjoy your Saturday.